you are what you eat sometimes, a lot of times, right? And then when my daughter explore how her eating habits, because she had that eating disorder issue way back she was young, and at that time that she didn't want to eat meat. And I had to
Mhm.
learn how to make her eat what she want. And then through that experience, I encountered the making kombucha.
Up day, it's your innovation coach, Rob Jackson, and welcome to another edition of the Innovate Guam Podcast, the podcast where we explore all things innovation, technology, and improvement related to the island of Guam. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me and the Innovate Guam Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Substack. Also, be sure to check out my Innovate column in the Pacific Daily News every other Friday of the month. All right, today we are continuing our entrepreneurship series. Before introducing today's guest, I'd like to recognize my good friend and regular co host of this series, Mr. Charlie Hermosa, along with everyone at Beans and Barrels. As many of you know, Charlie and I normally record these entrepreneurship episodes on location at Beans and Barrels, which has become one of my favorite places in Guam to sit down with local entrepreneurs and hear the stories behind their businesses. Unfortunately, our schedules didn't line up this month, so we weren't able to record there. But we'll be back at Beans and Barrels next month for another great conversation. Charlie, we missed you this month, but we'll see you again next episode. All right, let's get to today's guest. Today's guest has one of the most authentic entrepreneurial stories on Guam. Originally from Japan, Hiroe has called Guam home for more than 20 years and has become a passionate advocate for healthy living, entrepreneurship, and community. She's the founder of Hiro's Kombucha, one of Guam's first locally crafted kombucha companies, transforming a personal passion for health into a respected local brand. She also manages Little Yokozuna Café, where she continues promoting fresh, healthy food while creating a welcoming gathering place for the community. Beyond business, Hiroe is passionate about wellness, continuous learning, and helping people live healthier lives. I also had the privilege of getting to know Hiroe as one of my classmates in the 2025 Guam Unique Merchandising and Arts Entrepreneurship Program cohort, also known as GUMA. There, I witnessed firsthand her creativity, her resilience, her generosity, and her entrepreneurial mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the podcast Miss Hiroe Taniguchi-Ross. Hiroe, welcome to the Innovate Guam podcast.
Thank you so much, Rob. It's an honor to be here. We first met through GUMA 2025, so it's really
Yes.
special to share my journey now. So I'm so excited and then nervous at the same time.
So I'm so great to have you on. So great to have you on. So let's begin with the question that I ask every guest because it is the Innovate Guam podcast. So, what does innovation mean to you?
For me, innovation means finding a better way to serve people. It doesn't
Mm,
always mean invent something new, but sometimes it taking what you already have and improving a little by little.
yes, yes. Kaizen. um, so you grew up in Japan before making Guam your home. So tell me about how Japanese culture and Japanese values have influenced you as an entrepreneur and the person that you've become.
I think Japanese culture gave me the foundation of who I am. One value that has stayed with me is omotenashi, which means
Mm,
that serving people with genuine care and hospitality. It's paying attention to a little detail and care for that person to make it memorable moment and then make them leave happier than when they arrived.
yes, yes. All right, next question. Every entrepreneur remembers that special moment when their idea became something much bigger, right? So for you, when did you first realize that Hiro's Kombucha could be actually a business?
Actually, Hiro's Kombucha didn't begin as a business idea at all. It began as my favorite hobby. I loved
Mm,
making kombucha and then sharing with my friends. And one of my friends, Linda, always enjoyed drinking it. And then seeing other people enjoy something I made me happy. And about 6 years ago, I was staying with my sister-in-law, and she tasted my kombucha and she really liked it. And she said something like, "I wonder how you can market this." Probably she didn't remember what she said, but that stayed in my mind for a long time. But I didn't know how to market or to become an entrepreneur or anything at that time. But that's
yes.
the seed in my in me.
Very good, very good. So let's kind of start at the beginning of your journey, right?
Mhm.
Tell us your story. How did your journey take you from Japan to Guam, and what ultimately inspired you to kind of take that idea and that seed that you were talking about and make it into something much bigger?
So I was born and raised in Japan, and I moved to Guam more than 20 years ago because I met someone and then got married here. And I really enjoy serving people because I start working here in the hospitality industry for a long time. So that experience taught me that I love creating experience that make people happy. And through my life, I was always someone who likes to have an extra income. So I often worked multiple jobs, and I had my stable jobs for security, but I also enjoyed the something on the side to enjoy and make money. But so I didn't think I was someone who was dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur from the beginning. So I was more someone like the learning, uh, like to learn new things and then creating opportunity for myself. And making kombucha was one of those. And it started as a hobby, and I loved making it and experiment with flavors and sharing with other friends. I enjoy,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, like I said, about 6 years ago, the my sister-in-law said something to seed in my mind that maybe this could be a business, but I didn't know how to do it. But biggest difference at this time was that I decided to take a bigger risk. Instead of keeping it something on the side, I decided to give it a go and then go all in. So that was the completely different mindset for me.
Yeah,
And
so I remember when I first met you, and I could just feel the passion that you had for kombucha, and it was just radiated. I'm like, wow, I've never seen anybody that excited about kombucha. So you really, you really radiate that enthusiasm and excitement about what you do and your passion and stuff like that, and it makes uh, it very special and unique to you. So walk us through kind of some of those early days of getting the business off the ground. You know, um, talk about some of the biggest lessons you learned in trying to start this business and get it going.
So I love making kombucha and seeing people enjoy something I created. So as a hobby, the kombucha is a nature of fermentation. So when I do the second fermentation, its result is varied, depends on the flavor and the temperature, everything else. And so I thought that was the beauty of the fermentation. But as a bit bring into the business side, the customer always expect the same result. It has
Mm,
to be consistency.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my challenge. So I have to change the mindset to how can I make my kombucha consistent taste.
Mhm.
So, and I also realized that building business is not only making the product. You have to learn marketing, branding, pricing, and how to tell
Yes,
your story, right?
that's right.
So,
That's right.
lucky for me, the opportunity to participate GUMA 2025, and I was able to learn all those things through their 16-week free pro and the workshop that
Yes.
they provided every year.
Yes. So let's kind of start with some basics here for those who are unschooled like me. Tell us exactly what kombucha is. Everybody, hears that and they might not know what it's about, or they think it's this really strange kind of foreign kind of drink or whatever. What really is it? And tell us about kind of the benefits and why you love kombucha so much.
Yes. So kombucha is the fermented black tea with sugar and a starter tea, kombucha starter tea. And when you ferment a certain period, it starts to get bubble. Especially if when you add more flavor like a fruit, herb, all those things, and that fermentation process help your gut health. So if your
Mm,
gut, yeah, healthy, then your brain is also work more better, and vice versa. So I was very fascinated about the gut health, and then start making kombucha, and then it's really tastes good, and but sometimes it's a
Let's tell us
stronger
tell us
taste.
about the taste. Sorry to cut you off, but tell us about the taste because those who haven't experienced it yet, they might be thinking, okay, fermented tea, what does that taste like? What can I compare it to?
Uh, it's a tangy taste, so like a little bit when I make the stronger kombucha, it's more vinegary, but it depends on the how many days you're gonna ferment, and how much sugar or sugary fruit you put it in. So sometimes it's fruity, sometimes more sharp kind. Which it's hard to explain, but I try to mellow it for the first timer to try kombucha. So I've noticed that my kombucha mixer at the cafe is for everyone to enjoy. The one time that the person said that, oh, I didn't really like the kombucha when I tried the from the store bought kombucha, And then
Uh-huh.
so he tried the mixer that I made. It's like a wow, it's different. He said that I want to try it again if the it tastes like this. So yeah, the customers are coming back. I have already the regular customer to enjoy those kombucha flavors.
Yeah, yeah. So you talked a little bit about it, that the business is more than just the product. It's pricing and marketing and advertising and stuff like that. One of the things that stands out for you particularly is your social media marketing.
Yeah.
You went viral on a couple of your uh, Instagram
Mhm.
videos, and it really kind of blew up your business, and it really showed your personality and your story and the uniqueness of your business. Can you talk about kind of your approach to social media and what you learned about social media marketing?
So the lucky for me was my mentor for the cafe business said he set up all the other menu for like everybody the regular people enjoys like these are the um, like a guarantee that people loves. Then so you can work on your product. You can do whatever you want. So like I had a freedom to create my own menu, and then so I wanted to connect with the people that likes that kind of food as I enjoyed, and then so I went the very niche, like a specific person and a specific place. That's why the one that's saying that the um, plant plant based eater on Guam.
Right.
So like a pinpoint, and then the whoever that likes to try those food, and then they like a and then even that yeah even the who are not a plant-based eater but they have family has those lifestyles so they said oh
Yes.
like a husband saw my video and oh I gotta tell my wife and then so that kind of caused my video went viral. It was like a almost close to 1,000 shares on the one particular video that I created.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see you all over Instagram now,
Mhm.
and you made a comment about you think that social media is really about connection, is about connectivity, really
Yeah.
connecting with your customers. Can you share about your philosophy about kind of connecting rather than just advertising at people?
So I I really wanted to connect with the people like my kind of people that likes the kombucha and then plant-based food, and I'm really surprised that the people are responding really generously and the um my friend made a comment about my video that even the low view like a couple thousand views it has a more comments that so I like to interact with the comments and then try
Mm,
to comment back as soon as possible so and people understand like more understandable that what I do and how um, they're more patient with me. So because of the our menu is a little bit uh, there's all every menu has the detail. So it takes some time to make it. Even the
yeah.
drink and then yeah, but they patiently wait for us to complete the food menu. And the one episode that I had is the gentleman has the three or four daughters, I believe, or the niece, whatever, and they came in like a five, six people, and then he made an order, a big order, like a total of little over $80. And I had a huge order for that was like a record, and then the another lady was waiting for her to make an order. And then he saw the lady, and then he suggested me to make her order first before his order. And then he's like, he was so very nice that, I'm gonna have a family meeting, so you go ahead and make the order for her, and then we can wait. So that I have a great customer base.
Yes, yes. So, sometimes social media can, make entrepreneurship look real glamorous and stuff like that.
Mm.
Can you talk about kind of the reality of building a business? What have been your biggest challenges that you face building a business, particularly building a business here on Guam, and what kept you going through those difficult, maybe early moments and challenges that you had?
So first beginning of the cafe, first 2 weeks we didn't really make any money. And then the one one day the other staff said that, oh, we gotta make flyers and pass around the neighborhood. And I didn't want to do it. And then yeah, fortunately my video went viral, so I didn't have to make the flyers. But I decided to document what I'm going through the cafe business instead of
Hmm.
trying to make the fancy video, because there's millions of people, the entrepreneur or the influencer makes a way better video than my video. So I just wanted to make a document, and then it's been
But
working
your
really well.
authenticity comes through.
Yeah.
That's what people want. Yeah, that's what people want.
Mhm.
So, you talked a little bit about this, but let's kind of delve deeper into this. You're really kind of balancing two different business initiatives. You're the founder of uh, Heroes Kombucha, which is
Mhm.
your product,
Yes.
and you're also the manager of Little Yokozuna Cafe.
Yes.
So, what have you learned about kind of combining product with overall business? And what has that taught you about like customer service and running successful operations with kind of both product creation as well as the cafe?
Um, so my what I learned from managing those two accounts is, first my video went viral on my kombucha account, and it helped the Little Yokozuna Cafe account to grow. But I'm trying to listen and then work with the feedback from the customer, and also the Yokozuna owner gave me the freedom to create better quality, that she wants to offer good quality food before the profit. The profit comes later, that we need to have receive the trust from the customer. So I'm really her vision and my vision matched. That's how that the before the Little Yokozuna Cafe started. Before was the bento shop, and then it didn't really work out for her. So because she wanted to try the cafe, and then when I heard that, instead of the teaching kombucha, and maybe I can serve kombucha to my ideal client. So
Hmm.
I made a proposal to her, and then she liked it. That's how we started to open up the cafe in May.
Hmm. Awesome. Awesome. One thing I really admire about your story is that you really seem to be purpose driven. You know, your passion comes through um, for product and for just healthy food in general. And that passion resonates. It gives you authenticity. And it seems like you're driven by that purpose and mission of healthy food and um, healthy eating before profit. So, um, you know, what why has this mission become so important uh part of your entrepreneurial journey? Why has this mission become so important to you?
Um, so, you know, w- you are what you eat sometimes, a lot of times, right? And then when my daughter explore how her eating habits, because she had that eating disorder issue way back she was young, and at that time that she didn't want to eat meat. And I had to
Mhm.
learn how to make her eat what she want. And then through that experience, I encountered the making kombucha. So so I wanted to help like people like the wanted to stay fit or stay plant-based eating habit or lifestyle. And I also mostly plant-based. And
Yes.
when I had uh, when the typhoon Mawar hit, I had a hard time. So I started to have the fish in my the eating habit. But so that experience made me to create the plant-based food more at my cafe, so that plant-based eater can have option in Tumon especially. It's a very limited option for the people like that. So I hear a lot of comment that I'm so glad that we have option like this, and then please don't
Hmm.
close, stay open. Yeah, so I have a lot of repeater from those who has those lifestyle.
Yes. So one thing that really impresses me about you, Hiroe, um, dating back to when I first met you in GUMA, you really have a passion for learning. And you kind of talked about it earlier when you trying to solve the problem of consistency in the product, right? Right? How do I get the consistent taste, consistent quality of the kombucha? So I can just picture you as like this mad scientist, experimenting and recording every detail, every ingredient, every amount and stuff, testing this process, testing this uh, of different variation and whatnot. You're always trying to improve, you're always experimenting. Where does that mindset come from? And how important has continuous improvement been to your success?
Um, that's a good question. The I'm always a learner. I think I love to learn new things. So and when I try to make the kombucha consistency, um, I was stuck in the second fermentation. There's a first fermentation period and then second fermentation period, and I was
Mhm.
stuck with the second fermentation, and then that process is unstable, and so and then something clicked, and I said, why I have to stuck with the second fermentation? Fermentation already done on the first stage. Let me work with um, the bubbly style with another ingredients, which is the club soda that which doesn't have the sugar. And so the first fermentation stage, I can be it can be stable, keep the consistency, and that changed the menu creation more easy, and then people enjoy more than second fermentation.
Innovation
Yeah,
happening right in
innovation.
front of our eyes. So, do you know of anybody else who does it like that? Where did you get the idea to introduce clubs soda in the production process?
So I researched online, and then how to enjoy the kombucha. Uh, then I came across, I forgot the website, but some website has the mixer, how to do it, and then
Hmm.
I wanted to create like an island style. So we have mango,
Yes.
especially, and then
Uh,
calamansi. So all those, and then I wanted the also the regular stuff I wanted to have, because the mango is the has a season, right? So we have a strawberry, blueberry, mango, and then calamansi, the citrus flavors, or all those four. And then it's like, yes, I'm set.
Awesome, awesome. So let's talk more about continuous and process improvement, but not necessarily to the product, but more to the business operations, right? So many entrepreneurs get trapped working in their business and they find they don't have time to work on their business, right? So what have you learned about kind of avoiding that trap and not getting sucked into the business and be able to still have time to work on the business to make things better, focus on systems and processes and technology to get better, whether it be in marketing, sales and marketing, or even in just how you run the cafe.
I use system like I use AI a lot, but sometimes like I use a ChatGPT a lot. Some people say that's old, like no good. But it's I think how to use the if it's a, how you communicate with the tool. If you give
Yes,
enough information, and then it
yes,
will process work for you, um,
yes.
save time, and then gives you better ideas. Sometimes the idea that you never imagined.
Yes, yes, yes. That's great. Great you share that use of AI just for kind of brainstorming and problem solving and continuous improvement. Because I certainly do the same thing to try to generate ideas, and it helps me. It's always better to kind of innovate or improve off of and edit, if you will, rather than staring at a blank page and trying to innovate from a blank page, if you will. So, yeah, you got to always have some kind of um, inspiration to kind of start your journey from. So let's talk about the unique Guam entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Hmm.
You now kind of officially part of the Guam business community. Um, Kind of tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly of doing business here on Guam. And what advice would you have for government to help things better, as well as other entrepreneurs who are coming behind you who might want to, you may want them to do better.
What excites me the most is how willing people are to help each other. Through
Mm,
GUMA, the local business community, I've met entrepreneurs who genuinely encourage one another. For
Mm.
example, that I'm not sure his background, but after my video went viral, the the guy contacted me to interview me also, and then he made a couple video also that went viral, and so he was like a review guy, the Yami, and then so he has tons of followers. So some people say, "Oh, you approve, so I gotta try Yokozuna, the Yokozuna Cafe now," kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he didn't charge me at all. I was surprised. And then there's another one, the Guam Food blog account
Yeah.
came to film. It hasn't up yet, but they also gave me the option of the free one and then paid advertise. So it's a very people are very generous, and I
Yes.
personally experienced that the fellow GUMA graduate, even though the different year, we can get to know. And
Yeah.
I met the guy through the field trip on our Guam GUMA 2025, and he encouraged me to submit the proposal to the Miss Noriko, the Yokozuna's owner, about the cafe project. So if he did,
Awesome.
yeah, he did. If he didn't encourage me to make a proposal, I wasn't sitting here talking to you about the cafe. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share about um,
So,
doing business here on Guam?
so if I could improve one thing, I would love to see more mentorship and collaboration, especially for the first time entrepreneurs. Um, like I got those free support advertising. Sometimes one conversation or one person believing you, it can completely change your future.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And one person's idea or, sharing some
Mm,
information with you could be the
yeah.
thing that kind of takes you and your business to the next level, which is why I've been passionate about starting this once a month entrepreneurship series. As we usually are at Beans and Barrels on site
Yeah.
because one of the founders, the co-founders over there, Charlie Hermosa, he and I are very close friends, and we're really passionate about really establishing like an incubator, if you will, for entrepreneurs on the island so that they can grow their businesses and we can have a strong and very thriving business community here on the island. So what you're doing today is a very much a part of that. So let's talk a little bit about GUMA because that's where we met. We've been talking about it all throughout. For the listeners who don't might not know, GUMA is the Guam Unique Merchandising and Arts Entrepreneurship Program. They have yearly cohorts, and they put the selectees through an intensive 16-week um, mentorship and training program about how to build a business, how to run a business, how to go from idea to execution. And going through that program sets you up for to compete or authorizes you to compete for their version of Shark Tank, if you will, with grants from GITA and to get your business idea off and running, that seed capital. Um, Hiro and I were both lucky enough to be in last year's 2025 cohort, and we met there. and we were going through learning all about how to go from idea to execution through that program. Can you
Mhm.
tell me and tell the listeners a little bit more about how that GUMA experience changed your perspective on entrepreneurship? And would you encourage other entrepreneurs to participate in programs like GUMA?
Yes, absolutely. GUMA gave me much more than the business knowledge. It gave me the confidence and the relationships. Before
Mm,
GUMA, yeah, I had ideas. During GUMA, I learned how to think like entrepreneur, how to develop the business model, and how to communicate my vision more clearly. But one of the biggest benefits was the people. The friendship and connections I made opened doors I would never expected. So I would absolutely encourage anyone with a business idea to join GUMA.
absolutely, absolutely. It was a great experience. And like you said, the power of GUMA is really in the networking, the people
Mhm.
that you meet, and then you plug into a whole long line of yearly cohorts, not just your year's cohort, let alone different people in the business community,
Mhm.
particularly those important business advisors and partners like banks, lawyers, accountants, etc., that you're going to need to interact with in order to run your business. So, definitely a worthwhile program. All right, so let's shift
Yeah.
gears here and look ahead, look
Mhm.
forward, right? So, where do you see Hiro's Kombucha and Little Yokozuna Cafe over the next 5 to 10 years? We're putting it out into
Oh.
the atmosphere.
So I hope Hiro's Kombucha continue to grow as a Guam brand that people can trust and enjoy. And I'd also love to continue teaching people about fermentation and healthy living. Kombucha
Hmm.
was where I started, but recently I've also been exploring making miso because of fermentation has always been something I enjoy. And for Little Yokozuna Cafe, I hope it becomes known as a place where healthy food is existing and delicious and welcoming. And I want people to think, let's go there because we can eat good food and then fresh and different always.
All right. What about that same question, but applied to you, Miss Hiroe? Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now, and what do you want for you personally?
I hope to be to be known as a healthy living icon on Guam. Like,
Yes, outstanding. Um, so if you weren't an entrepreneur and you weren't doing this, what do you think you would be doing?
if I'm um, not be an entrepreneur, I will probably working at the hotel as a the guest service.
Okay. Okay. You really
Yeah,
like the hospitality piece.
yeah. Hospitality is my jam. Um,
All right. Well, Hiroe, thank you so much for joining me today. I think your story is a wonderful reminder that entrepreneurship isn't simply about starting a business, it's about solving problems, right? It's about
yeah.
serving others
Mhm.
and continually improving yourself and making your community a little bit better than you found it. Uh, can you tell us about, um, if people want to know more about you, more about Heroes Kombucha, more about Little Yokozuna Cafe. Where can they go to get more information? And can you kind of tell them about where the cafe is located?
Cafe is located at the um, Tumon, near the across from a church in old Bank of Guam building. And then
Hmm.
the wall has that big sign, the Little Yokozuna Cafe, first floor. And on social media, just you can go to Instagram and look for Hiro's Kombucha Guam and Little Yokozuna. Those are the keyword to search on Instagram.
Okay. So another question for you. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody wants to just order like kombucha for their house, can
Mm-hmm.
they order the product from the cafe for pickup to bring back to their house to for their drinking pleasure?
Is it the mixer that we are
Or like
offering?
maybe a large size kind of kombucha to bring back home, put in their refrigerator so that they can enjoy kombucha. Through
Okay. So
yeah.
at this moment, we're not offering that kind of bottled kombucha yet,
Mhm.
but that's another stage that when we grow. So stay tuned.
All right. We will stay tuned. We're looking
Yes.
forward, and I know that you're going to have lots of success. Thank you for sharing your journey with us today. And before I close, I'd like to once again thank my good friend Charlie Hermosa and everyone at Beans and Barrels for partnering with us on this entrepreneurship series. Although we weren't able to record there this month, we'll be back there next month. That's an outstanding venue, and looking forward to another great conversation. I certainly learned something today. I hope you did. Thank you, Hiroe, for coming out and sharing your passion for healthy eating, kombucha, and all of the great recipes that you have there at the cafe. To everyone watching and listening, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of the Innovate Guam podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this episode. And be sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Substack, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Basically, all over.
Yeah.
I didn't say Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. And don't forget to check out my Innovate column in the Pacific Daily News every other Friday of the month. Until next time, remember, whether you're at work, at home, or at play, always innovate. Thank you.